Good afternoon. Today is the 18th of February, although I'm sure you'll be seeing this at some point next week, and it's time for yet another one of the very vague and very rambling vlogs. This is number 22, if my maths is correct. I don't know if it is, and you know, that's you know, just one of the problems that I have in life. My maths never was very good. Today we're going to be talking about the cooling system on the rover again. Some of you are interested in that sort of stuff, some of you probably aren't, and you know, that's unfortunately just the way that it is. We are hoping, obviously, once things actually change, to discontinue doing these very vague vlogs, but at the moment they do serve a useful purpose in providing content for the channel, but some of you do like to follow them. Although, you know, everyone, including me, would prefer to be out filming reviews, going to shows, things like that. Unfortunately, that just isn't possible, and so I have to, you know, make other types of content, and for that I apologise once again. The other thing I want to talk about is something to do with last week's very vague vlog, or rather one I recorded last week, number 21. Sometimes equipment just does fail, and I have no control over whether it does or not. I have no idea at the moment if the audio of this recording is okay. I don't know at all. I'm driving and there's just me in the car, and I can only record these videos in quite a limited set of circumstances when I'm driving to somewhere else to make an essential trip at the moment, which is, again, exceedingly frustrating, but it means that it all goes sort of wrong. Like last time where the microphone didn't work properly for the last about 4 minutes of recording, then I have to decide whether or not to jump the whole thing or just to sort of leave it as it is. Unfortunately, at the moment it's going really badly because the light is very bad, because I'm driving directly south and it seems to be driving into the sun, which isn't great, and so I apologise again. There's not a lot I can do about it other than just keep going. So yeah, so if I had to jump the whole thing, then I'd have to probably re-record it again at a sort of another time when on an essential journey, and it's not always easy to actually string a sentence together when you're driving and you know, not hit somebody who just walks out into the road just like that. So if these are rubbish, if the equipment fails just temporarily and things, then I apologise. That's just the way it is. If you are going to point out if the equipment has failed, please just be nice about it. You know, all of us on YouTube at the moment are trying to do our best for you. A lot of the channels, we don't even cover our costs in what we do, and we have to just try to abide by whatever guidelines the government are issuing, and also try to provide something for you to watch. And you know, it's not easy. And you know, obviously that goes for any you know, all the channels. I don't just mean this one. So hopefully this one will actually record it properly, but we'll have some decent sound this time. The microphone that I'm using is one I only bought a couple of months ago, and I've been using it for doing things like very vague vlogs and other videos for, you know, probably 6 weeks or so now, and it's been fine. It just happened to have a glitch the other day, and that's just sometimes the way that it goes. Oh, someone in a running truck just tried to sideswipe me. That's interesting. So yes, let's go on to the sort of main subject of today's video. I'm sorry if it's not very exciting. We can have a bit of V6 action though. We can have a bit of that, and I might actually open the window so we can hear some more. So. Ah, yes. One thing that Mr. Richardson, when he did his review of this car on the Furious Driving channel, was that he said the automatic gearbox is a bit of a pain. And to be honest, it is a bit of a pain sometimes. Just then going through the tunnel, I wanted to get a bit more acceleration. I wanted to just change down a gear. And I had to absolutely stab the throttle to make it do anything, which doesn't make for very relaxed cruising all the time, and also does mean that the 0 to 60 time in this car is not what it should be really, and also the fuel consumption is it's not as good as an MG ZS 180, put it that way. But nevertheless, the cooling issues, because the weather I think is a bit warmer at the moment, they are, you know, at least partially getting resolved. They don't seem to be as bad as they were. So when it was very cold, and it was sort of below zero, even, you know, down here where we're a few miles from the south coast, which is very unusual for this area to be so cold and snowing. We were putting in, you know, probably about at least half a litre of coolant a week into the system. Now I do have a solution coming, and I have ordered a proper metal thermostat housing for the engine, but that's not coming until probably March or even April. They are manufactured abroad, and the company that supplies them, which is a local company to here actually, only based in Southampton, they have to wait for them to come from you know, the place where they're manufactured. And you know, my friend Jordan's all ready to fit it when it comes, but it could be a little while. So, you know, we're just topping the coolant up and, you know, running the car at least once a week just to keep it going through the really cold period, just make sure there's no, you know, undue stress and anything else. But when I've been using the car over the last week, I think I last topped the coolant up 2 weeks ago, and it's only gone down slightly. I've probably used the car about 3 times since then. So the leak is very much improving, and I think it probably is just because it hasn't been so cold. So that's very good news. It means I don't have to worry so much about it and throw as much coolant in, and I'm using the proper OAT stuff at the moment, which is very good, which means you probably will see, you know, more of this car driving if you want to. I know some of you aren't fussed either way. Some of you are very fascinated by these cars. They are rare. There are less than 90 now taxed on the road in this country. They only made 700 originally, and so, you know, it's a nice car to have. At some point I do also hope to record maybe some video about some of the Amazon Flex work that I'm doing on a sort of casual basis. I'm not doing a huge amount of it because I'm not officially actually part of their contract team. I just go out with a friend of mine who is, and you know, I sort of help her out, so it doesn't happen too often, but I am doing it. I did do one shift last week, and you know, I don't know if that's interesting, but at least it's something different. And I do hope that when we get this government announcement, which, if I'm thinking about the day that this video will go out, it actually might be today, that we do actually have some clarity on what's going to go on, and I can get out and get rid of this enormous backlog of cars that I've been offered for review. I've got so many now. I've probably got 40 to 50 just all lined up, and that's mainly not even 3-decade reviews. That's no budget reviews and sensible second-hand reviews mainly, which means they will be far quicker to get out and far easier to, because they don't cost a lot to get done, because I do them myself, which means they're a bit rubbish, but most people don't seem to mind them being a bit rubbish. I reiterate to everyone that 3-decade reviews is not edited by me. It is not filmed on my phone. I don't know why people believe that. The style difference between 3-decade reviews and anything else is remarkably different, and you know, that's why I get someone to do it when we do, because it's much better quality than if I do it myself, and I will continue to do that. I see no reason to change. Oh, there's a Panda 100 horsepower there. So we will get on with stuff when we can, and you know, at some point we will stop doing these very vague vlogs, because I don't think most of you find them that interesting, apart from a nice hardcore select group of people. But it does give me something to talk about and give me some channel content, which is really the only reason why we do them. But I think that's enough for now. I've spoken for long enough. Very vague vlogs, ramble on, and they don't make much sense, and this one probably doesn't either. So thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching, particularly if you got this far. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we will get to, you know, more interesting content, you know, apart from peculiar car adverts, which we will continue because they've been remarkably popular, even if YouTube has decided to demonetize both episodes, which, you know, honestly at this stage I'm not really that fussed about. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment below. Social media links are down below, and thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching and bearing with the channel through this time.